The carving knife slipped from my grip, clattering against the tile like a gunshot. Gravy streaked my apron, a messy Rorschach ink blot of everything I wasn't allowed to feel. Just beyond the kitchen wall, laughter and clinking glasses rang out, a celebration I wasn't invited to, even though I'd been cooking for 3 days straight. They started without me, I whispered into the empty air. It wasn't supposed to be like this. My mother had promised we'd sit together once everything was ready, but then Ryan pulled up in his shiny BMW, dropping his leather bags at the front door like a celebrity returning home. Suddenly, the holiday wasn't about family, it was about him. To Ryan, my father's voice boomed from the dining room, for bringing us all together this Thanksgiving. The words cut deeper than any knife. I crouched to clean the spill, knees aching as I peered through the doorway. My mother was straightening Ryan's shirt collar, my aunt leaning close to hang on his every word, my dad pouring him another glass of wine. Not one of them noticed the empty chair at the table the chair meant for me. 3 weeks earlier, when the group text thread had started, I'd suggested skipping the stress and trying that new seafood place on the bay. Mom had dismissed it instantly. Traditions matter, Chloe. Besides, you're such a natural in the kitchen. Translation: Ryan decides the menu, and I do the labor. Something in me shifted as I wiped gravy from my hands. A pressure, years in the making, cracked like a fault line. I carried the silver gravy boat my grandmother's into the dining room and set it firmly on the table. The thunk against the linen silenced the room for a breath. Then the chatter resumed around Ryan's story about his new golf buddy. "Sweetheart," Mom said without glancing up, "could you grab more ice for Ryan's drink?" The words burned. Before I could stop myself, I answered, "No." The table froze. Ryan's mouth hung open. My father's eyes narrowed. "I said no," I repeated, my voice steady for the first time all day. Dad cleared his throat. "Your brother drove all the way down from Atlanta. Show some respect." 3 hours, I snapped. I've been cooking for 72. The silence that followed was louder than their laughter had been. My mother let out a nervous chuckle, desperate to smooth it over. "Chloe's just tired, that's all. Now Ryan, tell them about the promotion." The current of conversation swept past me as though my rebellion hadn't happened. But inside, something had changed forever. Later, back in the kitchen, I saw Mom's tablet left open. Curiosity pulled me in. Her latest Facebook post. "So proud of Ryan's Thanksgiving menu. Can't wait to taste my talented son's dishes." My stomach clenched. Not one mention of the actual hands that prepared it all. As I scrolled further, I saw family photos spanning years. Ryan in the center, grinning, my parents glowing on either side. I was always in the background clearing plates, holding trays, invisible. "Chloe, where's the pie?" Mom called. I blinked away tears, carried the pumpkin pies in, and set them down. As Ryan bragged about his new condo on the coast, my aunt casually announced she was giving him our grandmother's antique cabinet, the one I'd dreamed of inheriting. "Ryan needs it more," Dad chimed. "We already helped with his down payment. You'll understand someday." The words hollowed me out. They'd scolded me for buying my modest apartment without help, yet bailed Ryan out for a luxury beach condo. That night, sleep wouldn't come. Acid gnawed my throat as questions looped in my mind. If I stopped serving, would they even notice me, or would I vanish completely? At work Monday, my boss frowned. "Chloe, that client pitch was due Friday. Disappointment, not anger." I'd let myself slip for the first time in years, carrying exhaustion from one family's table into another's boardroom. By Thursday, I'd had enough. I told him I was taking Friday off, not asking telling. His startled nod was the permission I hadn't realized I needed. Friday night, a friend invited me to a small holiday gathering karaoke. Mismatched snacks, no expectations. I almost said no out of habit. Instead, I laughed and said yes. For the first time in years, I felt air filling my lungs. Then came Mom's call. "Christmas is at Ryan's new condo. I've already made your list. Stuffing, cranberry relish, pecan pie. And you'll come early to set up, right?" I clenched the phone so hard my knuckles whitened. The old me would have agreed instantly. This time, I said, "I'm busy too, Mom. I have my own life." Her gasp was audible. "Family comes first." "No," I said. "Ryan comes first." I'm just the help. The silence that followed told me everything I needed to know. That night, I booked a trip. Not to Ryan's condo, but to Key West with friends who valued my company, not my labor. When Aunt Rachel called and said she was skipping Ryan's show-off Christmas to spend it with me instead, I cried. For the first time, I felt chosen. Christmas morning, sunlight warmed my skin as I sat on a beach chair surrounded by laughter. Jessica snapped a photo of us, me in the center, smiling freely. No trays, no kitchen walls, no background blur. A year later, I hosted Thanksgiving in my own apartment. The turkey rested on the counter while friends and Rachel filled the table with mismatched dishes and clinking glasses. This time, I didn't serve. I sat, I laughed, I ate. And when my father called weeks later, asking if they could join me for Christmas, I didn't flinch. "You're welcome," I said. "As long as everyone cooks together, I'm done being the servant." The silence stretched. Then he whispered, "We'll make it work." For once, I believed him. Because I finally believed myself.